So nice.
Love ya, my friend. Stop influencing me into buying KKB Retro Mixed Lights Kek.
Hello, guys. I have a problem. Liv, thank you so much for the 10 months. Love you, my friend. Stop influencing me into buying. Oh my God, this Keycap set's amazing. I have a problem. I have a big problem right now. I don't know where I put Monokai material or Boneyard. Like the keyboards that I had, like I have the rest of the set for both of them, but I don't remember where I put the keyboard that I recently used with them. I have no idea where they are. And actually, I don't even have a lot of boards because I've been giving them away. I don't think I gave them away. So nice.
What in the 37 months Alex Zotpog?
What was the last board that I used on it? Manny, thank you so much for the tier 1. And also JJW, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Put an air tag on it. The Navi doesn't have keycaps because I took them off. Because I used it for something else.
So nice.
I also thought the Navi. Gio's here with me. I just have myself muted so I can talk to you guys for a second. Yeah, I might have to go through my VODs. It's okay. I'll probably use DualShock today, but... Okay, guys. Quick little thing. How's everyone doing? Dude, my hair is a disaster. I finally started playing Baldur's Gate yesterday night for like all of 30 minutes. So far, really
Loving
fun.
my Elto's Envoy.
Naka.
Used a foam kit, sounds great.
Thank you, dude. I actually just swapped my Envoy case because I was using the FR4 plate with the other one now. So I'm going back and forth. But I took the keycaps off and I'm going again back and forth with what I want on the board. So I haven't actually settled on like a final... Yeah, I haven't settled with what I'm going to put on that one there. Dude, I really don't know where I put those caps. Infinite, thank you so much, dude. I don't love the blue in this. I don't like this combo at all. I don't like the Mirage in this. I don't know if you guys like this. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I just, again, slapped this config in here. But definitely not feeling this 110%. Yeah, I'm temporary. But we're using these switches today. We're using these with the Kaze. So, quick little thing. Endland Keys sent me these. They're Diamond Avalon switches, I believe they're called. Pretty interesting. We figured out yesterday that I believe, who was it that's making these? TTC, I believe, is the overall menu. I think Gingy was saying. Interesting switch. Let me show you guys something really quick when I open this up. It's a very interesting switch. Kenny, how are you doing? Hydrate, give me 1 second. Aero board? What about the aero board? Aero board. Which one's the aero board? Oh, I put that back in a case. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Look at the stem. Look at the stem of this, guys. Interesting, right? It's like a little octagon. Sorry, I'm not really... Interesting, right? Aero board. Okay, I might get up then afterwards, Kenny, and I might go look to see where I put that particular board. And I'm going to fish out the keycap set from that board. Did I put it over there? Man, I don't remember where I put it. Octagonal stem? Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? All right, let's go see if we can get Geo. I'm not too sure if we can snag Geo yet. We're going to be doing both of our personal Kazes.
Oh,
there he is. Can you guys hear Geo okay? Is he too loud or is he too low, or do I need to turn him down? What do you guys think?
hit me. Yeah, and you guys got to hit me with the levels too, actually. Yo, what's up, Kenny? How you doing?
Is he too low? Is he too loud? I don't know. Is he... He's good? It's been a while since I've had someone on my stream. Not bad?
A bit higher, a bit louder?
He needs to be a bit higher?
Okay. You guys tell me how
I put him 10% up.
Okay, how's Alex?
I'm turning down my own volume now.
A little less, Alex.
Perfect?
Oh,
okay.
How could you guys even say that?
How dare you? All right, and then me and Gio need to figure out how to start this squad stream thing.
Yeah. Okay. I've got it here. Are you going to invite me, Alex, or what?
You know what? Why don't you invite me? Because I don't even know what this feature is.
So if I mess it up, it's on me. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see here.
They've really changed up this Twitch dashboard. Oh, here, accept. Beautiful.
Okay.
So now I'm not sure if you guys.
I think I have to wait for like the start. Okay, so now I can click start squad stream. So I'm gonna hit that. Boom.
All right. So now here's the link for you guys if you guys want it. And if you guys can do that, you can watch both me and Gio. Now, and it only activates one of our volumes, so you can just pick who you want to hear more.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay, here. There we go. Boom. Like that.
Boom.
Yeah, true. Okay, here. There we go.
Okay, now I have Gio.
Ready to rock.
Cool.
I presume.
I'm going to watch this one so I can watch. I think it's both of our chats in one. I'm not too sure if that works that way.
I'm going to actually see. I'm going to click, your link. I'm going to reload. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
I love it. Okay,
this is sick. I don't think like the keyboard community has done one of these in like, I swear to God, a year and a half. It has been a while.
I agree. There was like a time when it was like a thing and you saw it every so often, but then, it kind of went out, right? It was less popular. But,
it's not as popular. God damn. Dude, I opened up my Kaze. Okay. So by the way, guys, it's been so long that I can't remember what plates I got for my Kaze. I guess me and my infinite wisdom, I ordered by accident 2 aluminum plates instead of one half plate. Yeah, 2 full aluminums. I don't even know why I have 2 full.
Okay. So we're gonna do FR4 half, I think.
I can cut mine to be an FR4 half.
If you know what, I'm gonna leave that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I don't have the balls to do that. To like modify stock plates, I'm like too chicken.
Should I, guys? Should I also just modify my FR4 or should I just use full? Actually, I'd be curious to see what a full versus a half plate sounds like. I'll use the FR4 if you are.
Okay. Yeah, everything here is still packed up.
I am interested. And I have, oh my God, so many things here too.
What do we got? Feet, screws, X-ring, PCB. I think that's it.
I got 2 PCBs.
You got how many? I got 2 as well.
Yeah. I ordered 1 extra because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen too many people fuck up this particular board and knock off the USB-C with the X-ring. So that's why I wanted to.
Okay, and is that like... Oh, the USB-C's mounted like up or something, like it's on top? Yeah. Is that what's causing the problem?
Some people... I've seen like this happen 3 or 4 times now, where the X-ring has to go basically... okay, I don't know if you're looking at my screen right now, but the X-ring goes here, because the switches go here. So it puts pressure on the USB-C.
Oh, and it like pops it forward or what?
Yeah, some people have just torn it off because this O-ring or this X-ring is super tight as well.
Okay.
So it is pretty tough to get this thing on.
Okay, so wait,
you built one, right?
No, I haven't built one yet. Have you?
Oh, I built like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. No, this is my first go. So we'll have to see. Have you popped the USB-C off?
I have not damaged it.
Okay.
But watch it happen to mine today. That's why I got 2 PCBs.
Okay.
Just watch.
No, we good.
I wonder though, did he include on this PCB an area to solder in a JST connector? Not that you could use it for this, but just out of curiosity.
It doesn't look like on the back.
No, I don't think so. Are Kaze's dropping soon? No, we just I don't think Ryan's gonna do a round 2, right?
He specifically said he wasn't going to, actually. But
okay.
I don't know. I think the board. It's funny actually because I think the boards on the back say Kaze 00, and I think that's like intended to be like the one time, you know,
One
like
and
that kind of
only.
thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Let's
sure.
see, how's my Kaze look?
Hey Alex,
Someone asked,
remember
can you
the
do
other day you said
a
that you
half
grant
plate
my wish?
hot
Well,
swap
here
build?
it is.
Generally speaking,
I want you to wear a rubber suit
no.
and
Hold
participate
on,
in
Gio.
some intense
What?
cycling
You can
around
do
Tim
it.
has to
Toronto.
sub with like a
I want you
fucking
to collect the
paragraph.
sweat and ship it straight
sorry,
to me
sorry.
for consumption so that I can get a semblance of what
Oh
it
my
feels
God.
like to have you in me.
Reading it. Sorry.
Tim, that's crazy that you want all these things, but you didn't show up to the keyboard meetup in Morgantown.
Oh.
It's actually wild to me that you continue to be like, well, I want you, and then you don't come. That's crazy, dude. That is absolutely wild. You know who did show up, though? Angel. That's crazy.
Oh my. Called out. Called out. I saw pics. He was there. That's true.
Sorry, Joe, I cut you off with the hot swap PCB thing.
No, man, that's fine. All I was gonna say was to the person who asked, you can put a half plate on a hot swap build, but the odds of the switches popping out when you switch caps or whatever else, having it feel wobbly, is really high. So it's not recommended generally.
But thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, dude. Tim, do you have a Kaze you can build? Do you want to hop on, build your Kaze?
Oh.
I haven't seen you build a keyboard in probably like 3.5 months, so.
Oh my God, the shade.
I'm not even just throwing shit. This is true.
Tim, wait, no, Tim built a Cycle 7.
Oh, true.
No,
and then
Just dropping by
he
for
built
a
that
minute
one
to say
keyboard,
hi
and that
right
was it.
before going to bed. Have a great stream, guys.
Alex Bial.
Less
No,
than
there's no
3.
shade. There's no shade. Now, let me just
Thank
throw a
you,
little
Lulu.
shade here. It's good. Yo, hi, Daddy.
Hey, you know what it
up?
is, though? Oh, shit.
Oh my
Did my
gosh.
camera freak out again?
Oh, no, it went black for a second. but you're
My
good.
cam link is... Oh, God, dude. This cam link sucks.
Dude, I'll tell you, I'm so lucky so far. I haven't had one of mine die, but I have seen them die, for sure.
They're just so irritating.
Alex roasting Tim is always entertaining. That's actually true. I gotta tell you, I miss... Oh, I feel like did I lose Alex's audio? Hang on.
No, you're good. I just haven't said anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're okay. I feel like the Alex Odos light on that wall is probably an aesthetic level up, but I gotta tell you, I do miss the Tim photo with the half ink like that.
You know what's crazy about that photo?
Okay.
That photo
What?
has... Okay, Tim, don't get any weird ideas about this. For some reason, just being on the wall, that photo is like decayed. Like it
From, like, the
feels like
sunlight?
it feels like it's been handled too much. Like the
Oh.
corners were ripping off. It was really weird. And Tim, I didn't do anything to it before you started accusing me of bringing it somewhere. Like it's just that's what happened to it. Mysterious Voice, that's GeoRen. He also streams.
Yo.
He's in the squad link here. Let me link you guys.
Oh yeah, because I guess actually, hang on a sec. Can someone, if there's a mod on my side, can you guys? Oh, you did. Oh, Kim, you're the goat. Kim already pinned it. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kim.
I should
Now you guys want to know.
Tim, you're a
You can
mod.
see-
You want to help me out?
Pardon?
Tim's a mod on my stream. I don't know why he's a mod. Oh, Tim has to be a mod on my stream because he was banned in so many other chats that he gets flagged now as a suspicious user. Can you pin
Is that
that
actually
link?
true though?
It's
Oh
true.
my
He
God.
can't see his, if I unmod him, he gets
This guy.
I
This
must have
guy.
my stabs.
Oh my God. I gotta tell you guys though, I am so stoked to meet so many of you. What is it now? Wednesday? Basically next week. We're like
We're
1
going to
week
Keep
out.
Life.
Dude. Alex, I'm so glad I met you in May, because I gotta tell you, I'd be so upset if like the Keep Life event happened and I totally missed out. It was so much fun. I was just telling chat
The
before you
Toronto
hopped
meetup?
on that I was like sitting beside you like just a couple months ago in that room,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
Wild.
fun, man. Like, I don't know. I think that whole idea of like me and you, for example, also Shark, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 13, bro. That's crazy. I think the idea of like just meeting people within the hobby and then just like when you were, you know, staying with me and stuff, it was like we didn't even have to talk about keyboards.
No, dude.
It
most of
was-
the time we didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool because I can even see it in some of the Discords. People kind of like, the hobby is great for, meeting people and introducing yourself. And then suddenly you've kind of made new friends within this cool hobby. And I've always said, like, keyboards come like second.
For sure.
And then just people come first.
Dude, the number of, I'm pretty sure you have similar thoughts. Like, the people who I spend more time with are probably the keyboard hobby folks compared to like people in IRL. Like, I definitely spend more time with keyboard people, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. I do too.
Like through Discord or whatever, right?
Yeah. Like even the random, like sometimes I just call Reagan to see what he's doing, and like I don't know, it's just nice.
Dude, I was chatting with Reagan like literally yesterday. He and I were on the call.
Endgame is the friends making the hobby. Exactly. I thought Tim comes second. Tim's a good guy. Realistically, honestly, guys, I know we meme on Tim a lot, like more than anybody else, but like Tim's genuinely a good guy. It's the only time I'm going to say something nice about Tim, though, so just don't get this twisted. Tim cares a lot about his friends and like just making sure everyone's having a good time. He's like not even the dad. He's kind of like an uncle at a party that's just like checking up on people.
Absolutely, uncle. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah. For sure. Because he's also kind of like, he's got a little bit of that like that uncle, who gets a little drunk and he starts saying, and everyone's like, oh boy, here comes that. He's getting into it now. He's saying all the inappropriate things.
He doesn't need to be drunk for that though. He just says it.
True. That's true. Clackbait says the community is fantastic. That's true. I have to tell you, like, I mean, Alex, obviously yourself included, there's everyone I've met either virtually or in real life has just been an amazing addition, I think, to just people I know in general. The hobby is just so fabulous for that.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. The weird uncle that's sitting in the middle. What the? You can't say that, H.
So weird. QH in my chat says that little thumb palette, or what do you say? The little thumb easel is amazing. Yeah, the palette. You know what? I got this a long time ago, and I only started to use it recently because I am Elvin uses it on the reg, and I actually quite like it.
What is
it's handy.
Oh.
Like, those little, what I mean?
What do you do? You put lube there?
Yeah, it's like a lube palette, and then you just
Actually, a long time ago, this is, if you want to hear some weird, not keyboard drama, but just like stuff that was just, a long time ago, Marcia and Minterly both used to use their thumb.
I remember that, and they'd put it like, dab it. I remember that, yeah.
And they didn't care, but then someone made a comment by saying, like, was just like advocating that it was putting not a bad message to people, but like it wasn't good and people look up to them because Crytox is not good for your skin.
Okay.
And then eventually I think one of them switched over to using that thumb palette because they were just sick of hearing that person like complain and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
But
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I still put like my hands get lubey and then I just kind of wipe them down on my shorts. You know what I mean?
Same.
It's like Cheeto dust,
Yeah, 100%. I never do a very good job of like being careful about that.
The only time I wash my hands properly is when I touch the solder. That's it.
Yes, same. Hello, Ithrak. And thank you so much for the follows, everybody. Macax Media and Molroip. Thank you.
It's a genuine concern. Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know. For the amount of times that I feel like we build keyboards and stuff, I don't think it's like that much of a concern. And isn't Crytox also FDA approved?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and
thank you,
and
Chappie.
Before everyone starts blowing up, it doesn't mean you can eat it.
Yes, it just means it's safe to work with food and stuff like that.
That's right.
So I don't think it's like awful.
Oh my gosh.
How do you vent the lead solder fumes? I recently picked up a air purifier, which also tends to go off when I solder now. And then I also use the little extractor thing that you guys see me use. On a hot day, though, I'll crack the window open very slightly, but that's what I typically use. I do suggest anyone soldering, though, just either do it in a well-ventilated area or just open a window. Or just, if you need to, if you can't open a window for whatever reason, get yourself a solder fume extractor.
You know what I actually did for the shop? Hang on, Clackbait says any excess lube just goes straight in the hair. I gotta tell you, that guy's coif, I believe it. I believe it. Meticulously done. In the shop, though, I actually bought a like a hydroponic farm. Or
You bought a whole hydroponic farm?
A fan, damn it.
Damn!
Damn, Geo. No, a hydroponics
This
fan.
guy's a whole farm.
And I hooked up a like just some like flexible ductwork to it or whatever, and I actually pipe it right out. And I think I'm gonna do that in the office. I'm gonna do it right in the office too, because it's A, quieter, and B, more powerful than what I've got.
Gio's like, listen, I don't deal with like pipes and vents and stuff. I just have the plant suck in the lead, and they can deal with it after that. They can spit out the clean oxygen. I'm
not worried about it. I'm gonna let photosynthesis do its thing. It's all G. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all legal now. Don't worry.
Damn.
Oh, terrible.
Geo pipes? What the?
The pipes to get rid of the fumes. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. Sounds dank. It's actually pretty good. It's a really good system, and it's got a remote, so it's like I've got the fan mounted way up in the ceiling, and then it was only like $100, which is actually cheaper than a fume extractor, which is weird, and it goes right outside the wall. So I mean, granted, you got to punch a hole.
They're pretty, they're pretty cheap. Like, it's not actually that crazy. You know what is crazy though? I wanted to write an article about the differences between soldering irons now that I've used a few for the last 4 or 5 years. But I was looking, I'm like, is there anything, because I don't really know if there's anything better that's considered better than the Hako that's not an industrial soldering iron.
Right.
And dude, there's like one company, I can't remember the name, that makes like $1,500 soldering irons.
Oh.
That are apparently insane for temperature retention.
Okay.
But they're on the edge of being an industrial iron. So I was like damn, I kind of want to test one of those out.
You know, it's funny, right? Because I mean, everything in this hobby is excessive for the most part, right? Like literally everything is overblown. But I would say a soldering iron is not something I've ever felt like I was kind of lacking. Like it's more than good enough for the most part, you know? I've got the FX 888D or whatever, like the blue one.
So the same one that I have.
Yeah.
That actually is one of the better ones, just because I don't know if you've used some of the other cheaper irons.
Yeah.
But the cheaper irons lose a lot of temperature. Like they lose a lot of heat around the tip.
Yes.
And then that can cause some splattering. Like, I don't know, it's just not fun to solder with.
Yeah, this one's like super consistent, I would say.
Pretty consistent, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I used to have an old Weller.
Weller's good.
But it was like it was one that didn't have like a temperature control. It was just like numbers, like to turn 4 or or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one is like infinitely better than that, I would say.
Yeah,
way
I would
better.
agree.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for Mr. Geo? Should I ask him anything?
Oh my god.
Also, what stabs are you using?
These are TXAP stabs, but I have like a pile. I could have used cherry, I guess. I see you clipping. I see you using cherry over there.
I can't do TX, man.
Wait, tell me. Educate me.
The TXAP stabs, I have 2 consistent issues. And it's not like it's once in a blue moon. Any plate that the plates like basically grip onto the stab housing,
to the sides,
like if they're a little too tight, they end up binding, which can be really frustrating. And it can cause sluggish return, even if you put bare minimum like a dab of lube. It'll still cause like some sluggishness. And then the other problem I faced, and this is like a 1 or 2, like I don't know what the actual issue is, but some of the TXAP stabs work with my normal amount of dielectric grease, which isn't even a lot. And then sometimes in the same breath, like another batch that I could get from like the same vendor, you can't put, like, you have to put the thinnest layer of only 205 G0 or else it won't return.
I've heard that. That's the amount of lube I have definitely heard as a thing. And I would say that's for sure true on the spacebar. For sure.
Yeah, and I've been having too many consistent issues like that I've just like pretty much for personal builds won't use them. For client builds, sure, like I'll use them and then I'll try my best to like make sure they're absolutely perfect. But I built a unicorn for a client recently, and the TXAP stabs, I think they were just sitting a little too tight around the plate. They would not actuate back, so I had to replace them for cherry.
Okay, well, I might be a bit behind you then. We'll see. I'm gonna try these ones. If I can get them to go, great, and if not, then I'm gonna have to redo them. But we'll see.
TX are hit and miss. Stabies have zero tolerance. Dude, Stabies are also kind of frustrating in that regard, too.
I find that, too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of stopped using Stabies. Even for some clients, I'll actually just, like, ask them if I can switch it out. Because I do find that if you don't... if, like, the spacebar is not perfect on the stab, it just doesn't work.
And you're talking about actually putting the bar on the stems, the stabilizer stems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yo, Sipulo, thank you so much for the raid, man. I appreciate you. We are Topra enjoyers up in here, so I appreciate the raid. We are squad streaming right now with the Mr. Alex Odos. So if you guys check the link up above, click that, you get to watch both of us. We are dual streaming right now our personal Kaze builds. Welcome.
So I asked chat if they had any questions, and of course,
well, I saw Tim's
stupid ass question.
Yeah,
someone asked, "How can I be as handsome as you?" Someone said,
"Oh my god."
I'm not gonna read Tim's, man. Alex, what's your experience with Duroc stabs? I love them. Duroc stabs,
Me too.
I have no issues with. People say they have issues with it. I have yet to have that same issue that everyone else has had. I still to this day don't understand the issue.
Yeah.
A 1 year
Duroc
is still
always good. I've got a pile of these, so I'm going to use them. But I agree with you. Durocs are probably if you're going to pay a lot, because Cherry and Duroc, there's a difference in price. If you're going to pay that money, I think Duroc is a pretty safe investment for the most part.
C3 is okay, dudes. I honestly don't mind C3, but I do find they need a lot of lube. And then also, Death, you said you ship to Australia. If you do, how can I commission a board? So I have a whole commission thing. Actually, me and Gio are both from Canada. I think we both kind of do the same thing, so I'll plug us both here. We both have commission things. I'm not sure what Gio's commission queue looks like, but if you did want me to build something, it's about 4 to 5 weeks. Basically, if you'd like, I recommend I know it's more expensive. It seems more expensive this way, but trust me, it isn't. Getting all the parts to you, double checking everything's okay.
Yeah.
Then ship it in one box to me. Then I do your build and then I ship it back. That's the easiest way instead of shipping from like 4 different locations and then possibly something goes wrong. Like there's more variables that way, and we want to cut down the variables and make sure that you know what you're shipping me to, right? But I do builds worldwide. I've done builds in, like, I swear to God, I think almost every country at this point here.
I think I haven't done a lot of Southeast Asia, but basically everywhere else I have, I would say.
Are the Kazes win keyless? I don't even remember now.
My Kaze is win keyless. Yours must be. It's super. I think it's a super opinionated everything. Like, it's only full right shift. It's win keyless. It's like, it's only meant to be done one way, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, time for the spacebar. Honestly, hot take on stabs, but I am not good at them either. I pay for the premium for TX and Stabies just for the straight wires more than anything. I totally get that. But I'm not trying to say like it's better or worse, Liv. I honestly have I order bags on bags on bags of cherry stabs.
Yes.
And I never really have to do much to straighten these at all. So if you did want to attempt to use the cherry clip-ins or even the Duroc ones, I personally think there's not a big difference unless something goes horrifically wrong in shipping, which, you know, can happen.
Grease
I've
off.
had horrifically wrong shipping accidents with things.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, even if like a wire, I don't know, Alex. Let me drop something. You tell me if how dumb I am, right?
Go for it.
The wire has to be pretty busted for it to be a problem.
Yes.
Like the
Thank you, Lynn.
minute sort of like wiggles or like, you know, outages or whatever. It feels like that's it doesn't really affect it as badly as maybe people think. That kind of, I don't know if that's like a hot take or whatever. It's like straight wires is one thing, but I don't know if I really obsess about it the way a lot of other people do.
No, you were right. I have said this too, like I have the stab video. Dude, I think the number one thing I love and hate doing this whole like taking apart the PCB.
I know I'm going to have to do mine in a second too.
So the one thing I will say though, guys, I've said this before, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think I even said, I don't know if I said those exact words in my stab guide, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be straight enough.
Yeah.
And then when you get it to be, you know, at least basically flat, putting it in shouldn't cause any issues. The bigger issues with stabs are the tolerance of the housing. So if things squish it together, that could cause some issues. One of the big issues that I still see to this day is people not installing stabs right. So they'll leave like gaps, they don't clip it in right. Maybe sometimes the screw-in stabs, they think they screw it in, but there's accidentally a gap there.
Yes.
Those are usually the bigger issues.
Yeah.
And then there's also a hidden issue that I've found over the last few months that happens more often. Sometimes people, because I'm the same way. I have certain keycap sets that I use on literally everything.
Yep.
The stems of the caps get loose, especially the space bar. And then that causes the stems to not fit into the space bar stabs 100%.
Yep.
There'll be a little small gap. And guess what happens? It starts to rattle a little bit.
Yeah.
And then people frantically blame the stabilizer when maybe you're like a god at doing stabs and you don't even know. But it could just be your stems are a little bit loose in your keycaps. The solution to that is just grabbing some saran wrap and then just kind of closing up that gap.
Yep. I've done it. You can use, if you use Kleenex, you can use like half of one ply or whatever. You know, when you like actually peel it apart, you can get like a really thin bit of material there. That'll do it too.
Where do you clip the legs in your cherry stems? I don't have one that's unclipped now, but
over here.
It's the two legs that are sticking out further, basically. Like the two little, I don't even know, are they called legs? Feet, maybe? I don't know if they're called feet.
Yeah, true. Man, yeah, I'm with you, man. This always freaks me out.
How do you, I want to see how you cut yours.
Well, I use,
I just use the flush cutters and twist.
You know what? This is flat.
Oh, that's a nice tool.
Flat jawed pliers. I don't know. Do you have these?
Dude, this is my tool for everything.
Let me see. What is it? Stab cutters? Oh my god. Or side cutters? You know what? The reason, one of the things. Let me tell you something. The reason why I love these flat jawed pliers. This is a great tool, and one of the things I love for it the most is actually straightening switch pins. Switch pins. Oh, I just use the tweezers for that. Yeah. You can, but one of the things I love about it is you can just clamp the flat jaw pliers down.
Oh, and then just twist. That makes sense.
And give it a good squeeze, and it like makes it like perfect. It's I don't know, man. I love these. I really love these. And that's cheap, man. Those are like from Canadian Tire. It's like peanuts, really.
Ooh.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand. There's actually a space, like the plate is actually cut out around the USB.
Thank you, Schwartzney.
Port, right? Thanks, Uta.
That is so it doesn't push up when you put the O-ring in.
That's what I'm saying. Like it feels like there's space there. So what the heck?
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking to do this. I still don't. Oh, I remember. I think it's. The reason why they didn't use a daughter board in the Kaze was because they wanted it to work with another keyboard, or the PCB works with something else.
I thought it was like Jane compatible, no?
Jane compatible or something, but
yeah. I'm with you.
It's a little freaky to put the O-ring there. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Well, we'll see.
A little freaky. Have I built the cloud line yet? No, dude. I am not kidding you. It's not a big queue of keyboards, but there were like 4 or 5 keyboards I really want to get to. This being one of them, and I just don't have the time. I want to find more time to do more keyboard stuff, like personal builds. But the problem is, it's like, for example, I'm going to be redoing the Cupid that we just built because I feel like I didn't do... There was some stuff that they told me after the fact that I want to give it more justice. And like, I don't want to leave it off as like, well, even though we didn't do 100% good enough, I want to give the board its proper showcase and show you guys how it was intended to be built, even though I still don't agree with how it's being built currently. I like those kind of things pop up a lot, and then I try to get those things done before personal builds, and client builds been piling up too, you know.
Yeah. You're doing full plate, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
just
full
check
plate.
I remember you said that. I don't feel like I've got interference. Oh, pardon me, Alex.
Should I do alu?
I think alu would be good.
What do you guys want me to do? Alu or FR4? Should I just do the aluminum? I'm not gonna top mount this because I don't have I only like top mount with polycarbonate. So we could do alu X-ring. Yeah, I don't really love. Oh, I want you to do me. Okay, Tim.
Oh my God, Tim. Wait, you two building the same board? Yes, Keymat. Alex and I are doing... So Keymat, I'm not top mounting mine. I was going to X-ring it. But I think to swap it between X-ring and top mount is like probably what, Alex? 10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, not much. Not even.
Yeah. So Keymat, if you check the top of the chat, you'll see there's a pinned link. That is the squad stream link. And you are able to watch both Alex and I build basically at the same time. So
hey, listen guys, I am going to look it up later to see where I should do the cuts on this, and I'm probably going to cut this to be a half plate myself. So not right now, because I don't want to just rush it on stream. Be patient, waited a long time for the keyboard. Want to be patient and do it, but I probably will end up just making it so I can just do that. I think it'll be nice.
Alu half plate? Oh, alu half plate I think would be fire too.
Did they offer alu half plate? I'm not even sure if they did. My friend, have you received the summertime switches? No, I have not. I don't know what's going on with those. Were you supposed to receive those too, Gio?
I gotta tell you, man, whatchamacallit, Punk Shoes hooked me up every time so far. And this is the first time it's been like delayed, where like I feel like everyone's got them except you and I now. I thought it was just me, but
fucking Canadians.
Right.
Oh my God.
Totally, man.
Oh, it's the Canadians.
I'm putting in the I put in the do you do toothpick mod on your cherry stabs? Like, do you put in little blockers for the clips or no? You just leave them?
I just leave them. I've never done that. There are actually so many mods in this hobby that I've just never found the need to do.
Yeah. I do. One thing that I do, especially for personal builds, because every pack of TX stabs generally has like a couple extra, those. And I actually use them in my cherry clip-ins for personal.
Weren't they selling those like separately at one point too?
Were they? I don't know.
They were. Does anyone know how to get a marbly sound? If you're gonna go for like a marbly sound signature, honestly, use something called a PE foam. You can even buy those. Like if you don't want to go buy a custom one, there's something called packing. I don't know if it's like a foam, but it's like a packing film. Usually put like dishes and plates inside. You could literally buy a whole thing. It's like a PE packing stuff. They're really thin. You can buy a whole thing for like $10. You get like 500 sheets, I swear to God.
What's this? And you use it as a foam mod?
Yeah, that's what I have on my thermal.
Okay.
It sounds a little different. Like it sounds more marbly if you wanted to go that route. But I will give you a warning. I don't know how static proof or conductive those materials are.
Okay.
So just a fair warning. I know there's some people who are very staticky in chat, so.
Yeah.
Waiting in anticipation for Tim's next sus comment. Yeah. Me
Test
too.
These out.
No wonder Alex uses the thermal. Never uses I use the thermal once in a blue moon. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been really kind of like getting more into my 60s again recently. But 60s have always been my favorite layout.
Dude, I'm with you on that.
But I've been itching to do a TKL, so maybe this is like for myself. So maybe this is perfect.
You know, it's funny. I was looking at my shelf. I can't remember the last time I built a TKL for me.
I only build 65s nowadays. I feel like it's
Honestly,
the most popular thing still.
Dude, I know you're like, I mean, maybe you're half kidding or mostly serious. Or dude, I'm with you. It's like everything is a 65 right now.
Yeah, it's kind of flooded with 65s recently. And then I think FRL TKLs have been very, very popular.
Yeah.
Take out the switch from the F13. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. I put an F13 there. My bad. Who said that? Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Choro. We were trying to invite Ryan, by the way, but Ryan didn't show up, guys, because he's moving.
He's moving, yeah. Did you test before? Are you going to test after you put the switches in?
I don't even remember the last time I tested a personal PCB. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll figure out a way. I'll call Toasty and then get him on the phone.
I didn't mean the PCB. I meant the stabs.
Oh, yeah. This is how I test them. See, I don't know if you're watching. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Does it go up and down?
And
that
that's
means
it?
they'll actuate, yeah. You don't actually put a keycap in. No, I'm not too worried.
All right.
Bro, same. Yeah, I mean, the thing with the stabs is you can get them all tuned up afterwards. The only thing that I would worry about right now is filament issues, but you can really easily see that on Cherry, and there's no issues here. But now Gio's got me concerned. So now
now it's like I'm like, all right. Now I feel like I'm like, now I'm like, all right. Now I'm like totally overthinking it. I don't know. All right, never mind.
1 sec. I'm gonna get some keycaps now.
Yeah, do it. A group school project vibe. Yeah, actually, Casey, I'm telling you, Alex is the best school partner ever. So there you go. I'm like, I got in the smart kid group. TX Korea has those stab stoppers in stock. Oh, that's cool, Shonies. I didn't know. So yeah, exactly what Alex said, right? Oh, did you guys hear that? 4, 8, 12. Nothing here, right? And then this goes here. Alex, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
He's breaking. I also hate G&K boxes. Sorry if I'm talking over Gio.
No, dude.
Because G&K, or I don't know who decided this was like the fucking smartest move packaging wise. G&K decided to hide these little separate cases inside the box when you pull it out, and then they all come falling down. Fucking dumb.
And it's like underneath, and you're like, you never remember. By the time you get the package, you're like, did I get a spacebar kit? I don't know. Like,
it just fell. So just
right?
Like,
yeah, dude. I feel you.
Come here. Come here, spacebar. Come here, little guy.
All right. So it's going to take me, I actually should probably put the lead out here. It's going to take me an extra minute if I'm, hang on a sec. If I'm doing a half plate. Where the heck? Here.
How far are you? Let me see.
I'm not. I'm behind. I'm like suddenly rushing. I'm like, I gotta.
Oh, don't rush. I'm testing my stabs now because you put it in my brain that my stabs are going to be bad.
Dude, it's never happened.
Shit, man. Are we racing for subs? No. Ooh, these sound nice. These, I don't know. I really have high hopes for these switches. I'm curious to see if this shape of the top housing is going to be any different, right? Very curious. Sounds promising? Yeah. I'm so interested. Geo's so organized than Alex Keck? What the?
Wait, what do you mean? It's the same. It's the same. Whatever. It's good.
Only look non-organized? Because I am.
Dude, my desk normally, my desk usually, and my freaking room almost certainly by the end of every stream is just like a bomb went off, you know? Every
Oppenheimer. Time. Have you seen that yet?
Casey, get out of here. Francois, thank you so much for the follow.
AGO, have you seen Oppenheimer yet?
No, I never did.
No, neither have I.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I've been so behind on watching like basically anything. The last thing I actually spent any minutes on, and it was only because I was traveling, was I watched Foundation on Apple TV.
Oh, that's a really good one.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
If you want one that's a little bit more, I don't know if lighthearted, it's a good word, but it was just very nice. It was very it made me happy. Also sad. It was called Shrinking. It's the one with Harrison Ford and Jason, what's his name? Jason Segel or whatever his name is.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That made me tear up a bunch. That was nice. That was a nice show.
Dude, I don't know what's happening. At least with me, I don't know. Either I'm getting older or whatever, but dude, I tear up at everything now. I watch stuff. There's anything powerful happening, and I'm getting emotional about it.
I got a wave of nostalgia for some. I didn't even watched any of the Clone Wars stuff.
Okay.
But I was watching, or whatever the cartoon was called. I was watching that Ahsoka, the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka this morning while I was lubing the rest of these switches. And I was just getting I'm like, wow, this is really good. But so far, first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, really good.
Very good. Okay. And that's animated, right?
No, it's live action.
Oh, is it?
It's the new one that just came out.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Okay, so 2 people said so far it's good. Who has watched the first 2 episodes? It was so good so far.
It happened you become a dad. I agree, Clark.
So good so far, guys. If you guys haven't watched it or were hesitant, I'm genuinely impressed. I hope the rest of the season, or I don't know if this is going to be a seasonal show or a one-time thing, the rest of this season goes really well.
Right. On your chat, Alex, who the heck was it? Chunky Lover said Silo. And Silo is... Okay, that was based off of a really, really good book series called Silo. The series was called Silo, but the first book was called Wool, and it was amazing. So I'm hoping people really like it because that was a brilliant book.
So the show starts off a little slow, and I think a lot of people don't love its pacing, from what I understand. It's the only complaint about Silo. I thought the pacing was good. I kind of like slower paced shows, not crawling slow, but I think it had its moments where it was a bit slower, and then it kind of picks up and builds some anticipation. I liked the pacing, but a lot of people didn't.
Okay.
So
I will tell you, the book is absolutely, it pays you off. It does go a little bit slow, but you get paid off.
Ahsoka is actually pretty good.
So here's hoping that the show is the same, because I will tell you the book is very good.
Thank you, Mounted. Appreciate you, dude. And thank you guys all for the subs, by the way. Short, Lim, Aderic, thank you guys so much. And then Hydrate, got you. I'm drinking some coffee because I'm planning to stay up late playing some Baldur's Gate tonight because tomorrow's my only day off this week. I really appreciate this community. Me too.
Are you playing Baldur's Gate?
I just started. Technically, I kind of started today, but I started last night. I made my character. I played maybe 30 minutes. Really enjoyed the first 30 minutes of it, and I was fiending to play. I've been fiending to play all day today, so I am. I am hoping to get on tonight and play it. Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Slurpless. Alex, I ordered a new coffee grinder today. Elk1. Which one did you get? We need to convince Gio to get on the coffee train. He tasted the coffee at my place, and then I think he's been itching.
100%. I've got to get myself a kettle But I'm actually going to pick up one of Tim's old grinders, I think,
Hey
because he's
man,
got something.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you, be careful with Tim, okay?
Dude,
He's weird. I don't know what he's gonna do with that grinder beforehand. You know?
like, I believe it. But you know what I'll tell you, though? I have a feeling whatever Tim is, like, casting off is probably better than whatever I would have purchased on my own anyway. So I'm like, it's probably good, right?
I hope so. I don't know Tim.
Okay, everyone getting all... Look, you guys are making me second guess now. I don't know what's going on right now. Everyone's saying the same thing.
Yeah. He's just got to be careful with that Tim guy, man.
Easy, you guys, easy. Oh my gosh.
I hope Geo cleans it.
Everyone's saying the same thing. Alex, have you built a glare?
I think. Have I? No, I don't think I have.
It's like, I don't know, comically is the wrong word, but it is heavy beyond anything I've ever picked up. It's just crazy, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's been some stupid heavy boards. There was someone who sent me I think I streamed it, but it was like a patinaed all brass board. I don't remember which one it was now.
Okay.
It was a TKL, but it was so heavy. And then
The Opus was heavy?
the Opus was also very heavy. But this TKL that I did, it was patinaed, and then they forgot to send me all the screws. So handling that board was like,
Dude, Elquan.
oh man, I was like so nervous I was gonna drop it. Discount code for Divinity Key? I don't know I think I have one. I think it's Alex Odos. I don't know if Geo has one.
Divinity, I don't. You guys got to check Alex's. He's got a page with like every, whatchamacallit, partnership, affiliate code.
I also recently updated it, guys. I did take off 2 or 3 vendors. Just so you guys are aware, I ended up removing, what are they called?
Mexico?
Noxary.
Just kidding.
Well, I ended up removing Noxary. Too many bad. I don't know. So I did after yesterday's stream. I went to go do some deep diving, and yeah, we removed them, and then I'll let you guys dig up whatever you guys want to dig up. Just trust me, it's not worth worrying about. I did remove Mexico entirely, Adam, not just the star. I don't even think Mexico had a star because I've never purchased anything from them.
All right, Alex, I'm going to turn my fan on. So make sure. Yeah, I'm kind of upset about Noxery. I got to tell you, because I feel like they shipped a board not even that long ago. Like it was that Alice something or other. Frank built one before Frank had a baby. So I don't know. They're MIA now. It's crazy to me.
I don't know. It makes me sad too because like I already knew that they were like not 100% the best with shipping things on time because I remember there's been some issues in the past.
Yeah.
But at least they communicate it. And then I've ordered things for my Noxery boards. Like I've never had any affiliation with them at all. I bought things and purchased things. Yeah. So it makes me sad just because they're an older piece of the community, I'd say.
Exactly.
So, yeah, definitely makes me kind of sad about that one. Look at these switches, Gio. This is so fucking cool.
Dude, that is pretty. I will tell you, especially the contrast of that, like, man, you know what would actually look, do you have finer things? That would be
No, I don't have finer things, unfortunately.
Finer things and Masterpiece are they're too close to other stuff I've got, but I kind of wish I had them, you know?
These are cool. Yeah, I really want finer things. These are the diamond switches, yeah. So just so you guys are aware, just so I can like plug them because they sent me these. It was just something they wanted me to take a look at, and I was genuinely interested because it's. I don't think it's new tech inside the Switch at all. I'm just gonna make that very clear. There's nothing new inside here. The stem shape is completely different though, so if you want to call that new, go for it. But there's nothing like groundbreaking that should make these sound different, in my opinion. Maybe the top housing because it's completely closed. There's no like gaps for anything. Maybe that will affect the sound. We'll see. But Endland keys, I have like a little discount thing if you guys wanted to because I was like genuinely interested in these switches. But pretty cool. Something I haven't seen before. Apparently these are from TTC. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love how they look, honestly. I love how they look.
Yeah, they're super neat. Damn. That
The
was pretty
coolest
cool.
thing about them, actually, to me, is the symmetry. You know?
Okay, that's the one negative about these.
Oh.
Reassembling these, because you know how there's supposed to be a spot for the leaf?
Yeah.
Reassembling them, there's no, like on the normal switches,
Oh.
you know, because there's a bump, right?
Right.
On these guys, there's no good way to tell. So you have to actually flip over the housing, and there's like a little notch on the inside. And then you go, okay, I know which way to put these now.
Right,
So
right.
it did take me, I would say, you know, when I was being efficient lubing these, maybe an extra 20, 30 minutes total just to like make sure and ensure that these close properly. Also, closing them like normal, so pressing them like flush together did not work very
Yes.
well. You kind of have to
Okay.
go from the front back to close them properly. Because I guess the tolerances are so like finite with these when closing them. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. All right, I'm gonna start soldering
you
too.
guys. I got to adjust the mix here one sec, because you are going to end up being quiet for me. So I'm going to turn you up a little bit in Discord. Hello? Let me see here.
Are the bottom housings compatible? The bottom and housings are compatible, but the stems of these are unique to the top housing. So you couldn't do any top like stem switching. You could switch the bottom housing though. I think. I haven't actually tried. Maybe we can try that later on. I have a 5 or 6 left of them. Maybe we can try. I'm pretty positive you can swap. Okay.
Right.
Let's solder these things together here.
All right. I started soldering. I'm not sure. Hang on. I got to look up and see where you're at. Okay. No, you haven't. Good. Because that'll give me a second to catch up on the half plate.
Can we use the same plate as I don't know if we can use the same plate as a Jane. Maybe? I'm not too sure. Also, Gio, can you hear this? Do you hear the fan at all? Is it too loud? Is it annoying?
Yeah, that's true. I got to see if my fan's too loud too.
Where's my solder? Dude, I want a Kaze so bad. Yeah, they're it's a nice looking board for sure. They're compatible. Did you try? Or sorry, do you know if it's compatible for the Kaze?
Yeah, you can use the same plate as a Jane, because
oh cool. I didn't know that.
Ryan was talking about selling Kaze plates for the Jane ME, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I think he was saying that he didn't want to be like stepping on toes and stuff like that. So he specifically, didn't, basically.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
That's respect.
And if you guys are hearing Geo, it's because we're in a call together and we're doing a squad stream. It's pinned in the chat, so if you guys want to watch us both together, the chats I believe are merged when that happens. So you can just pick which one to watch, and the audio should realistically be kind of the same from both.
Mitchie, from Alex's chat, Mitchie, I didn't realize that the aftermarket prices were crazy. Actually, I haven't seen many of these built, to tell you the truth, on stream, so I don't have any sense of like what the community is thinking or feeling about them in general.
I tend to also think this though, guys, and this might be a hot take. I think the mech market community, unless like the people that are really into buying aftermarket boards, is a different sub community than the community that deals with like streams and stuff. I think like true? It's like personally, I really think that it's more of like a hype thing for some of the people who like are just constantly on mech market buying and selling. Like it's a hype, it's a game. Like that's like their fun in the hobby maybe. Okay. But I don't know. I find the audiences don't really overlap. I feel.
I buy it. I mean, I haven't. That's not a place that I typically hang out in. I gotta tell you, mech market is not my sort of like, I don't know, friend group, something.
Yeah. People are paying $3K for OG Janes still. Damn.
Hang on, what did it say? I've seen Kaze. Oh my gosh, really? Jeez.
Wait, how much are Kazes going for? 800 to 900? God damn, man, that's crazy. I saw someone selling. You guys posted it in my sub Discord. Someone was selling a HK Unicorn for 4K, and I think it got sold immediately.
Oh, I buy that.
God damn.
The corn prices are still bananas right now. There was some post, I can't remember, it was like circulating around. Some guy had like
Oh,
four
all the
unicorns.
corns. Yeah,
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 you know that one?
yeah. And he's selling them all now because he's done collecting them
Yeah,
all.
but it was like $20,000 or something, a crazy amount.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I couldn't be
Wild.
arsed. Like I said, I think there, and maybe, I don't know if me and you have discussed this like on stream before. I think there's something very lovely about missing out on things and then admiring it from afar. So I don't really go and chase things anymore because if I miss it, and it's like, I don't know, maybe, let's just use someone in chat for example. Let's just say Chappie picks up a keyboard in chat that I really want and maybe I missed it or I couldn't afford it at the time. Instead of like my I think my old mentality would be like, all right, I'm gonna put myself through the ringer now and go buy the keyboard because I feel, like this big missing out thing, and I want to be involved, and I'll go drop 3,000. And nowadays I'm just like, yo, I'm so happy for Chappie. I'm just gonna like admire his, and that's it. Like I can just admire things from afar now and not have to also purchase it.
True. I agree. Plus, it's like, it's a different, I mean, I don't know. What I will say is as well, like, hang on a sec. Maybe I'm like, this might be based, so I'm sorry if this is like a hot take, but the keyboard hobby got better. Like, you get more for your dollar now. So some of that, like, it's definitely like clout chasing when you're going for like that older stuff. It's like, look, if you're a hobbyist and you're like really really in and you're buying it for the history of it, listen, power to you, enjoy it, look at it, have it, own it, whatever. But if you're like, I'm buying this because I want the best possible keyboard, I don't know, man. Like, you get way better keyboards that are dropping, like, I don't know, annually for sure than what was out there 6 years ago.
That's also my fear with being someone. Okay, I've never talked about this ever. I'm just like pausing my fan for a second.
Okay.
I've always had a bit of a fear with me saying that I really like something, or like saying like this is the best keyboard for me.
Yeah.
If I ever word it in a sense where it's like this is like the best thing, and then a few people take that to heart, I don't want them to make that purchase ever and then be sorely disappointed for something that I think is the best. Because, dude, the tech community, not just keyboards, is so like that. Because I used to be on the opposite side where there would be like a few people in audio who I would really respect and be like, well, they have a tier list and I'm going to buy the top of the tier list. Okay. And then I buy it and it's like, I hate this thing. So an example of that was I bought the Sony IER Z1Rs, which are like the top of Sony's thing, and it was a lot of money. And I bought it, and I was like, I absolutely hate this. And that's why like I'm so adamant about like finding your own path and appreciating what you have, and because I think there's like a negative side of that, and then it also makes you hate the hobby that you're in because you trusted someone and then it didn't turn out the way that you want it, Yeah. So man. I have this like kind of like little bit of a fear. It's like, yo, I don't want to ever build something up like to that degree. So content creators can really influence people's purchase more than not. Yes, it's so true.
Pimentako says, for what it's worth, the Envoy I got has absolutely lived up to the hype you gave it. Dude, and that's like a prime example. Like, you think about what the Envoy costs, like it was like $200 or whatever, like 200 US. It's like, that's a crazy good value.
Yeah, I like the Envoy. I love box Jade switches and cannot stand linear switches. I know that's not the general consensus. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, box Jades are probably what got me really into the hobby of like switches and stuff. Because at one point I wasn't really too into keyboards. I just had one or two. And then I tried box Jades and I was like, whoa, what is this? So box Jades are pretty lit.
Envoy 2 to 3 years ago would have cost 325 plus easily. Yeah, that's an interesting take. I wonder if that's true. I don't remember. What did the 80 launch for initially? What did an 80 go for?
The mode. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I even gave mode shit at the time because I was like, I don't understand the pricing of this. It was like, wasn't it like
14 months.
$6.99?
Does that mean
No,
my sub
you
is
Or
went-
was it
for the
was
year?
it really?
$5.99 for like the highest end edition? It was pretty crazy. It was like up there for pricing.
Okay.
And then eventually they kind of like it was $4.99. Says no num nums. Okay, it was pretty high. It was pretty insane. And like at the time, I was like, man, that is fucking wild.
That is. But I mean, yeah. I mean, it's all relative, right? Like that's what I'm kind of saying. Like the hobby is like kind of a point in time thing. Like what you can get for your money really sort of changes, you know?
Yeah, it's so true. Right now, I think we're going through this era of like entry level and just value for your dollar keyboards. I think that's like the keyboard era we're in right now. But I can slowly see it's becoming another era, which I can kind of like. I understand, and I'm like, yo, I kind of like this. It's gonna be a mix of I think like good value, and then beside the good value is gonna be like these really cool limited drops. Because I'm seeing more and more and more of those. Like it's going back to small batch runs, and I love that, which makes the hobby that much more interesting. Instead of like the Salvation selling 3,000 units, or I don't know how many.
Right.
I'm just making stuff up, guys. Or like the Zoom selling 10,000 units. Like it's crazy how many keyboards were selling during the pandemic.
Well, and one thing that's kind of nice actually, like so to talk about like the interesting aspect of it, I really actually like. So, like full disclosure, I did not buy an Alex mode Envoy, but I do like the idea of having a available keyboard, like an available keyboard. You can have one if you want it, and then a custom colorway. And I think the limited edition custom colorway is a really cool way of allowing for some of that, like, uniqueness in a particular drop or whatever else while not being gatekeepy. I really like that.
Yeah, it's really
I really
fun.
like that.
That was also the idea of why I decided to go with the Envoy, other than me just really liking the keyboard. Wait, you and Gio are both soldering at the same time? How cute! We're trying to. Actually, how far is Gio, guys?
I'm just sort of starting my top row right now, but I've got my whole alpha cluster to do the other pins. So I don't know.
You do it the good way.
You're already halfway, is that right?
Yeah. I'm a little bit more. You do it the way where you reflow the solder and push in the switch, right?
Yeah, I already reflowed on the middle, so.
Hell yeah, that's the good way.
So I'm just racing now, so we're good.
Yeah, take your time, man.
I'll be a little bit behind you, but not by much.
I think entry level is at a great place, but I'm worried about the more niche stuff. Yeah,
right,
I'm also worried about the more niche stuff going forward in the hobby, but we'll see. Also, Hockey, thank you again for the resub, dude. 40 months, dude. That is absolutely fucking nuts, by the way. Thank you, dude. God damn. Have I been streaming that long? Can you believe, actually? I've been almost streaming for about 4 years. Yeah, just about, just about 4 years, almost.
4 years is a long time, dude. Especially, and hang on a sec, is that 4 years just keyboards, or that includes the gaming part?
Oh, gaming I did for maybe a month or two, but yeah, this is mainly keyboards.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah. Hard to think I've been in love with you for that long. Avo, thank you so much, dude. Avo's been following me for 2 years and 3 months, 23 days and 1 hour. God damn. Thank you, Avo. Opens wallet, here we go again.
Watch me pop my USB-C off.
No, don't say that.
You got me freaked out about it, man.
But we take our time, that's it. Oh, everyone's doing their followage now. Who is the highest followage here?
Wait, what?
2 years, 1 year. How long they've been following? 2 years. Goddamn. Thank you guys. God, it's like crazy reading these numbers.
It's crazy.
It is.
But I mean,
absolutely crazy.
You're like a freaking pillar, man. Of course you've got these crazy numbers. What are you talking about?
I think I don't know if Anduan has. Do you want to do yours again? Because I think you'd probably be the longest. Wait, you guys are breaking the bot. Now it's been guys. You guys are breaking the bot. It now says hello there, pancakes. You've been following Alex Otos for pancakes. You guys are breaking it. It doesn't know what's happening right now. just slow down one at a time. Mr. Mugen, you've been following Alex for Mr. Mugen. Crash Skynet, good game, well played. Rip followage bot. We didn't break anything. Bot was already broken inside. Actually true though. Most streamers have followage on a cooldown for that reason. Oh really? It breaks? I didn't know that. You've been following Alex Otos for pancakes. You know what? I appreciate that. Hey, Gio, pancakes or French toast? Or waffles?
Hang on a sec. What'd you say, Alex?
Pancakes, French toast, or waffles?
Oh, waffles easy for me.
Really? Over French toast?
Oh, dude. So hot take. I actually don't like French toast.
What?
Sorry. French toast. I'm sorry. French toast to me, like, so I will tell you, the only time I've enjoyed it even a little bit is since my wife makes it, because she puts cinnamon in the batter. I grew up without that, and I never really liked it. But even then, waffles feel like the superior breakfast cake, in my opinion.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Believe
is
it
it
or not,
French
waffles,
toast for you?
French toast is number one, and then pancakes hold a special place in my heart because I put a little bit of cinnamon and then I put chocolate chips into the batter.
Okay,
and I just love
like
drowning it in maple syrup. It's delicious. I like that more than waffles. I think it's like I just like the fluffiness. I know you can get a waffle to be fluffy, but it has like a crunchy outside. I just kind of like the general fluffiness of a pancake more. But yeah, French toast is number one to me. I don't know why French toast just always tastes better. French toast waffles? Interesting.
I like waffles, but I will tell you, waffles for me were something that I never really sort of appreciated. And this is once again, until after my wife and I, started cooking. Like we both love to cook, but she introduced me to like the simplicity of like breakfast cakes, whether it be waffles, pancakes, etc. And it was prime. That's crazy, man. 1 year, 6 months, wild. But with the sort of introduction of how easy it is to make waffles, the recipe that she uses, it's like you get just a little bit of bite on the outside, and then this like sort of like a fluffy, I don't know, like it's like there's like a dense but chewy sort of like center. It's so good, and then you top it with whatever. Plus the pockets hold in whatever you want, like more of it. Like you want to put chocolate chips in there, no problem. You want to put in more syrup, the pockets are like there for you, That's what I think.
I get that, but I don't know, there's something about the pancakes. Toasty says come to Belgium, we'll get you right back on path. I don't know, I've tried really good waffles before and I still think French toast and pancakes are more my thing. Wait, who said croffles? Zane, croffles are actually crofles? Is it croffles or crofles? Those are actually...
I don't know those.
They're croissant waffles.
Oh, don't know them. Never had them.
My mouth's watering thinking, oh my God. Hold on, I need to chill. They're so fucking good. I feel like that's not fair to say that though. That's like a totally different thing. I've had them 2 or 3 times now, and they're delicious, dude.
Okay. I have not yet had the pleasure, but I will have to try them. Okay, let me ask you this, though, Alex. Bacon or sausage?
Fuck. I might get canceled if I say anything wrong here. I love them both, But man, I gotta admit, maple bacon hits different than like I love like the maple sausages too, but like maple bacon just hits different.
Okay, so that's bacon or maple bacon specifically?
Maple bacon specifically.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me ask you this though. I agree. I also like bacon more than sausage personally, but okay, so Alex, you eat McDonald's, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you like a sausage McMuffin or a bacon McMuffin?
You want to know the honest truth?
Yeah.
I always order the bacon extra on top of the sausage McMuffin. So I just get
Oh,
both. I get that
okay,
high
okay, smart.
calorie
Because now,
breakfast. I
yeah,
always get McGriddles. Yeah, I'm a big McGriddle guy. I think it's delicious.
interesting. Okay, for me, I love so bacon is it for me. I love bacon more, but I always get a sausage McMuffin.
To be fair though, the bacon at McDonald's. The thing about bacon though is you can fuck
Yeah,
up bacon. Like there are some places I've had where the bacon just sucks, and the sausage is always just like okay.
yeah,
Like I
that's
don't
true.
know.
No, that's
Some
true.
places make it too soggy, and then if you have a really bad cut of bacon, it's like it's mostly just like soggy, like it's just fat on the bacon piece, and it tastes okay, but there's nothing like no crunch, like no goodness there. So it's got to be like a good mix of everything for the bacon.
Or worse, you end up with like the bacon is like burnt and it just tastes like engine oil. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
disgusting.
there's that too. Are you guys into to mushy bacon? Like I know actually I've known some people who actually prefer more of a chewy bacon than a crunchy
Okay.
bacon. How do you mess up bacon? You can mess up
I'm gonna
bacon. I don't know. I feel like you can mess up bacon.
I'm in diva mode for that because I got to tell you, bacon for me has to be like kind of perfect, where it's like not just like crumbling apart crispy and not like floppy, like I got to chew it forever. So
Who said that? JRG said, "Y'all are both Canucks. Are we talking about real bacon or that Canadian crap?" Bro, back bacon's pretty good though. Like you're talking about like back bacon, right? Female bacon, not back bacon. Female bacon, or is it the same thing? I don't know. Female bacon's pretty good. It's definitely not the same as the other bacon though, but it's still pretty good. I
okay,
think it's more like a ham.
Insty's talking about okay, so first of all, yeah, I prefer stripped bacon or like whatever. What is that? Side bacon. I prefer side bacon to back bacon personally. But Insty's talking about hang on, baking it. And Insty, you're absolutely right. Ultimate level up for baked bacon is so I wager Insty probably already knows this, but for the rest of you, if you're not sure, add water to the pan while you bake it. So before you start baking it, add water and then put it in and like let the pan and the water and the bacon like heat up together and the water will actually like evaporate and prevent the fat from burning. It's like absolute level up bacon baking. Yeah, it pulls. Yeah, it's so good. It's
If
so
you
good.
want another tip when doing bacon, guys, the
Yeah.
best way that if you want to pan fry it is do a cold start instead of throwing it into a hot pan.
Oh, I buy that.
It actually I don't know, every time I've done that I get perfect bacon rather than throwing it into a hot pan.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Because if you put it in, it just like you're gonna get like just
Splatter everywhere
yeah.
and
It's like
then
it's like exactly.
you don't need
Yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
oil, you just let it render in its own fat and then
That's right. That's right.
one
Totally.
sec though, I'm gonna quickly grab some lube to mod the stabs a little bit, so I'll be right back.
Okay. A little bit myself here on the space bar. All right, let's see. Breakfast for dinner it is. Hells yeah, I love breakfast for dinner. What time is it? 8:30.
Breakfast or dinner is actually top tier.
Agreed. Agreed. Pulled out two of the same. Sean B06 subbed for 3 months in a row. Appreciate you, man. I'm making breakfast for dinner right now. Let's go, Sloth.
I actually, you said some people do coffee for dinner. I always do like an after dinner coffee. I think I only have 2 coffees a day. It's a morning coffee and after dinner.
Are you? You're on
Yeah.
2? Okay. I will say, Alex, I know you already talked about it. Dude, if I wasn't sure before, the coffee we shared at your place was like hands down. I'm like, okay, I understand pour over now. Like I actually didn't get it. I was like, I don't understand pour over.
Yeah, I can't do it any other way now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Edward said, Alex, your photos are getting crazier. I really love the Delta 50. Are you using a single lighting for those? Yeah, so actually, if you want to kind of see, here, I'll just get up. Gio's probably going to be talking over me, but I'll just show you. But I use this little light right over here, and I bounce it off the wall. It's a Aperture 60D. So actually, no, I can reach it. Hold on. I just do this. I bounce it off the wall like that now. I turn off all the other lights. And then it just kind of like floods my little corner. I was using a softbox before, but honestly, I'm running out of space. I'm just bouncing it off the wall. And then I have a big piece of foam that I use to reflect the light. So I kind of like, you can even see over here, guys. See how it's like, it helps shape so nice things. So you can help shape it this way here by using a big foam block.
Yeah.
So I do that. No, whatever. And then that's pretty much how I've been doing my photos. Sean, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude.
I love, I was going to say, I love just like having a really functional kind of low effort setup is what I will say. But I was talking about this to my chat before you I guess, unmuted or whatever.
Oh, okay,
I think the coolest piece of kit in your setup is your primary light.
Oh, yeah, you've seen it now. Yeah.
So like if you hold up your right hand, yeah, exactly. So I have a delay on the stream, but if you hold up your right hand and point at the camera, basically it's like right there. I love that.
It's right here.
Dude, I need that. Like I'm like, if I had that, this whole room would look different. And I'm really kind of like, if I'm gonna do something next, that's probably where I'm gonna spend my money.
Yeah, there's if you guys, like I said, I think we're gonna do a whole stream based off of just some like, I'd like to get some other people on. Like, if you guys don't know, Edward in chat, I know he's saying that my stuff's good. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know that I love someone's photography when I'm pulling inspiration from them, and I've literally pulled inspiration from Edward. So there's been a few times where like I've been like, yo, like shout out, like I've got this inspiration type thing. Great photography. Another person to look out for is Markerchan. He's also very, very good.
Markerchan, yeah.
Great use of props. I think he usually does like very simplistic, like a lot of people have been doing this for lighting. I think my go-to lighting used to be from like this way or this way. So I get shadows over here. That's how I used to like to play with my shadows. Now I'm starting to go into like this way, and the shadows cast over here, just like on my stream, right? So I've been playing more with that. So Kron's in chat too. Also someone who does great. I think he uses flashes. So he uses strobes instead of using consistent lighting. So another great person to look out for too if you want someone who's taking some great photos.
AC, his flat lay stuff lately with like it's like kind of like multi-layered. Man, I'm really digging that lately for sure.
Insty says, for me, it's the keyboard bag being used as a weight for your light. Not many people know about that, Insty. Not many people know about that.
That's BTS info right there.
That's super behind the scenes.
Right? It's like, I don't know, dude. Okay. The fitment of the top case to the bottom case is, I haven't actually unscrewed this and taken it apart before. That's pretty wild. That's like,
Oh, I gotta unscrew mine.
That's very nice. Very, very nice. I do have to tease Ryan a little bit though, because the alu plate is secured to the top case using Phillips screws, and I kind of would squint and say like, Ryan, what are you doing? What about M2, man? What's going on here?
I don't even get why they did that for. Like, why didn't they just use the screws that came with it instead
Dude,
of
I don't know.
off just
I
buying
guess,
more
yeah,
screws.
the bag. Right. I guess the bag has the other ones, right? This is like just the ones to secure the shipping or whatever. Yeah, weird.
But the Kaze is not the first board that I've seen that does that. There's been other
Agreed.
boards too where they just kind of like stick random screws that you're supposed to screw out and basically throw away.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird and almost feels a little bit wasteful.
It is kind of weird, isn't it? I agree with you. Right? Sloth, this is what I'm saying, man. You got to bug. You're like, why did the Kaze ship with Phillips screws? Like, what the hell?
Can someone link me Alex Otis's OnlyFans page? Oh my gosh.
That's more behind the scenes. That's more behind the scenes info. You got to pay Insty for that.
Insty runs if you guys don't realize it, Insty runs a lot of the OnlyFans accounts in the community.
Actually true. Actually true.
Onlytoes.com? That sounds terrible. Do not click on that.
Dude, absolutely, you must buy that domain regardless if you plan on using it.
Oh god.
That is what I say. Okay, I'm moving the screws.
Oh, what weight did you end up getting? You have the stainless steel?
I've got stainless, yeah. So it's polished on the, it's polished on the outside, like so, and then it's brushed on the inside.
Oh, yeah, I got brass. Because I don't like PVD.
Yeah. But I love the contrast. For me, I was going for more of the just the stealthy sort of look. The brushed is actually what I was really like. The inside was kind of what I was going for, since the bottom I don't have to worry about. But
yeah.
Okay, I want to see what you do with this X ring now. What are you doing?
Hold on, let me unscrew this guy, and then
yeah.
Oh man, I'm a little nervous for that guy. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I built Ryan's, because when I built my first Kaze build was I'm building Ryan's personal Kaze.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He sent it over like for promotional purposes, but like it was still Ryan's Kaze. So I'm like, oh god.
And there's a right way to put this on, I believe, but I'm not sure like how it's supposed to sit or which angle it is or where the X goes versus the whatever. I'm gonna have to wait and see what you're up
let's grab this guy then. So
Adam Geo is asking me what caps, and I think I'm gonna use Purple Knight.
Purple Knight sounds fun for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this up. God, I hate this desk pad sometimes. All right, so I found the easiest way was to start near the USB, so you don't have to worry about like stretching it later towards that.
Yep. Okay. But hang on. What about the angle? Yeah.
You want to get like the box kind of outside. It's not going to be 100 perfect, but like the flatter side should go outside.
Hang on, what flatter side? 1 second.
So you know it's kind of like, imagine it being an X, right?
Yeah.
Put the X so it'd be like, instead of putting it on a point, put it on like a flat side.
Wait, what?
Here, I'll kind of.
I'm watching. I want to see the zoom in. I want to see the zoom in.
Put it like this. So it's like a flat side up here, and not.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. And you don't want it twisting. Yeah, that I get. That I get for sure.
God, this is the hard part now, is just making sure this all fits. All right, let's do this in my lap.
Okay, so I gotta tell you, that didn't feel like super duper challenging. I don't know. Am I like trivial? I think so. Like,
it's just nerve wracking because it's a tighter fitting O-ring than some of the other O-rings.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a little stiff, I guess, but.
And it kind of rolls around in your hands when you kind of do it a little bit. So
tap Wednesday, yeah, Alex. I hope you had a nice one.
Also, just make sure.
Hi, Geo as well.
Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate you. He also says hi to Geo too.
Yo, Zach, what's up?
All right, should be good here, guys. O-ring's sitting good.
Like,
whew. Don't have to worry about it falling apart. Let's see how you're doing.
I feel like that's okay. I don't know. Are you sealing it up already? Let's see here.
No, I just put it in. I'm about to seal it all up now, though.
I mean, it's beautiful. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, it closes perfectly. I mean, there's no weird gaps or anything. So I feel like I got it. I don't know. I feel like I got it. I don't know. That said, is it all purple or just the accents? Adam Gio, it is all purple. All purple. Jason Zagrino, thank you so much for the follow. You forgot the F13 switch. LOL, Chappie. Look, get it. Yeah, exactly. VDub. Get a load of these guys. Exactly. Okay.
Time to close it all up.
Yeah, time to close it up. Let's see.
Lulz couldn't swing it tonight. He's apparently moving into a new place.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, what time is it?
9:30 for you.
No. We're only an hour and 32 minutes into stream. I think this is 30 minutes before Ryan would have taken out the stabs, so I don't know if he could have kept up with us, you know?
It's actually true, though. Actually true. I'll tell you, though, man. Here's the thing. All jokes aside, you ever seen chat show up for someone's talk show other than Ryan, though? Like,
dude, his
guy has like 200 plus followers for a just chatting stream for 2 hours, man.
He's entertaining. He's smart. He has probably the best jawline in the community.
Actually true. Actually true.
He also says cute things like, dude, come on, bro. Like that. It's amazing. I love Ryan's stream. I go there all the time.
Absolutely.
He says cool catchphrases like, joking my ass.
Are you joking my... Actually true. Actually true. I will say too, like, he is, I find that it's always entertaining to watch streamers who have like some life experience, like day jobs and stuff like that. I appreciate that. Personally, I find that very
oh yeah, for sure.
Right? So I mean, he was doing like lessons, like clinics in finance for the last like few weeks or whatever too. So
ooh, should I have
You're
tightened
talking
up
about the
my
housing
weight
market
a little bit?
and whatever else.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to undo mine and tighten up my weight. I feel like it's rattling a little bit.
Oh crap, maybe I have to. Oh shoot. Okay, hang on. I didn't even check that. I didn't even think about it.
I didn't think about it either. I'm gonna quickly redo that.
Let me see. No, I'm okay. Okay,
I tried
good.
to
While
tell
you're
you I
doing
didn't
that,
read my message. No, you didn't. You said you missed a switch.
I've got a push-up request here. I'll be right back.
Good. I have to unscrew things. So
Yeah.
OP. Do you guys like OP blacks or hyperglides? I actually had a client ask me today about hyperglides versus OP blacks versus JWK blacks, and I ended up telling him I think like the best switch out of all three of those, that he just wanted my opinion. Even though I don't like them, I'd probably still go with the hyperglides in that case. Oh gosh.
The space bar. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. I gotta do push-ups. Chat, we're doing push-ups. One sec. For those of you that don't know, because my voice is still coming through on Alex's chat, we do a lot of push-ups here. So tonight's been, I guess, chat gave me a break, but we do a lot of push-ups. So let's get at it.
Oh yeah, my weight was loose. It did not have enough. It was not screwed down nearly enough. It's okay, we got it now. We are good. What the heck, Adam? Alright, let's screw it back together now.
Okay.
Push-up time, Alex. Alex, go do push-ups. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I can do the push-ups if you guys want, but you guys aren't gonna see me. My camera does not reach to the floor.
You got to set up the foot cam, Alex.
That'll cost extra.
There you go.
I ain't giving away my feet for free.
For free?
For free?
Okay, let's see.
What plate? I'm doing full aluminum. Mr. Geo is doing half plate FR4. Foot cam, take my money. Dude, I would pay for a dedicated Geo bicep cam. Like just seeing all the muscles in his bicep move as he assembles the keyboard sounds great, dude.
Dude, I gotta tell you, like, I'm like high key sad you're not coming to LA, dude.
I'm a little bit too. It would have been really fun, but I'm doing something else that week, and then I'm gonna do the Toronto meetup again. If you want to come over again,
dude. Actually, like, I'll hit you up. I'll PM you. We'll see.
it's in November. They're doing another one. I don't know if I told you about that. They're doing another one in November.
Yes. I knew about that.
I would pay for a dedicated pre-worn pair of shoes. Oh, dude, you don't like. Listen, you want to hear actually a thing about me? I think my feet kind of smell when I get sweaty, so like more than normal, more than it should, you know. Also, Gio, what do you think of the switches, the diamond switches in this case?
Dude, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's kind of cool, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
This is kind of neat. I like this.
So, spoiler alert, I don't know about you. I am digging the sound on mine. I haven't done a full test, but I just like gave a few taps, the space bar.
Oh shit, you're ahead. How did you get ahead of me? I was ahead of you. I gotta hurry up.
We'll see.
Oh god, my keycap set's a mess though. So you might have a one up on me.
We'll see. Because you're wait a minute. What are you using?
GMK Honor. Yeah.
Honor, yeah, I thought so.
I think Honor is a good choice.
Beautiful.
Did I move?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy though, because seeing that Tiffany blue underneath, I kind of feel like, I'm telling you, man, I think Finer Things would be a hit.
Finer Things would look nice on this. How much is Finer Things aftermarket? See, like these are the questions I hate asking.
Dude,
now.
It's like I wouldn't even look.
Oh man, I'm
Actually,
sure
you
it's
know what
expensive.
Dude, you know what's like amazing lately is Novel Keys literally saving us all from like out of print sets, basically. Like Nuke Data coming back, Kaiju coming back.
There's even some history with, I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but there's some history with Abyss too, the Keykobo Abyss set.
Okay.
That was a set, and it's being rerun via NK through Keykobo. So also pretty cool history with that, if you guys are interested. It was only an SA set, I believe. It was a funny story that they told me was SA Abyss back in the day ran as an in-stock buy at whatever SA sells normally now. And people were upset that it didn't go through a group buy because they couldn't add feedback on the kitting. And they were upset that someone was trying to do an in-stock product. This was back in the day. But
can't please anyone.
You can't win, and now the tables have completely shifted and turned.
Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be a fucking killer keyboard. I tapped on one of the keys and I already know.
Dude, that's what I said, right? I'm like, spoiler alert, I'm kind of feeling like this is fire.
What's that? Are you putting? Oh yeah, you're putting Purple Knight. Purple Knight's nice.
Purple Knight. I think my let me see. I'm getting a fair bit of glare, I think, on the so like the caps look much darker than the case in real life. Or sorry, I think the caps look much darker and it's like darkening up the case. In real life there's more of a contrast between the two. But
I really hope that I'm not missing pieces because I did just drop this set behind me. So I'm really hoping that, because I pulled out on the one tray, and then the other tray I had stuff on came crashing down. So
right.
But no, Gio, I feel you on that because whenever I do my side camera, depending on the time of day that I stream, I have to set my side camera different. I always forget. So right now I have it set to like my daytime settings.
That's
and
smart.
It's darker now, and everything appears darker. And also the light hits everything different from my side cam, so...
Yes.
I feel you.
Let's see.
Alex, you put the F7 in the wrong spot. No, I did not, Adam.
I don't know why. I've just been really digging monocolor sets recently. I don't know.
Oh no, they're delightful. They're so nice.
Yeah.
They just seem a lot like, okay, my thing with keycaps, my thing has always been, I'll use a keycap set that doesn't take, like if the board's really pretty, and which I think the Kaze is really pretty, I want to use a keycap set that's not going to be like the main focus, which I feel like these kind of sets, like that are just one color, are just not as in your face.
Yes, yes, yes.
Opinions on the Phoenix TKL? Man, I don't really remember that one there. I think I built it though, didn't I? Monocolor sets are so clean. They are very clean. Very, very clean. Caps looks gray and the tray almost blue on the board. I think it's the gunmetal, which is the actual gray, is making the GMK Honor, which is a little bit blue, look blue. Like more than they should look blue. I'm blue, you're blue? That song.
Hey, hit me with some info on this top mount PC thing or whatever. How does, like, that's your favorite by far, you said?
Yeah, I don't really like top mount aluminum anymore. And then I only like top mount polycarb because I feel like it balances the sound signature of the switches. At least maybe the way I lube them. I'm not even too sure. But
Sure.
I just feel like it's a better balance. Alex, please, for the love of God, your bottom arrow is so messed up. What's wrong with my bottom arrow? Guys, what's wrong with my bottom arrow?
Oh, wait. Is it lifted? No.
No, it's not. It's just, I think it's an optical illusion because there's like a little hole over here. Guys, there's nothing. There's literally nothing wrong with my bottom arrow. You guys are trolling me right now.
Oh, I wonder if mine's looking the same, actually.
It's tiny? Huh? You have a great bottom. I appreciate you. But you guys are trolling me. You guys are actually trolling me right now.
Okay, hang on. I gotta move the glare out of the way so we're not distracting.
I think it's the shadow. Yeah, I think it's the shadow underneath. So this is a TKL, so we do pause. What is it? Pause, print?
Print, pause, scroll?
Is it print, pause?
Print, scroll, pause? Print, scroll, pause.
I always mess this part up. It's elevated a bit? No, it's not. Guys, I promise you it is not elevated even in the slightest bit. There is literally, it is completely flush with the other ones.
Print, scroll, pause. Yeah, thanks, John. If I had a nickel for every time you kind of wanted to... Wait, me? Gio, I did O-ring plus top mount with PC plate on my Pluto. Now it's my favorite board. Oh, nice, dude. I kind of want purple night. Oh, yeah, that Tree Fingers is right. Yeah, every time. EQ definitely is like, I kind of want... And then he basically gets it like a week later.
Insty said, Alex, you gotta stop listening to your toxic friends telling you your bottom arrow is fine. You sound kind of crazy right now. Hey, listen. Are you taking classes from Angel on how to gaslight people? Angel is actually insane at gaslighting people. It's crazy. It's kind of scary, to be honest. It's actually kind of scary how good he is at gaslighting people.
Oh my god.
Where's my... Oh, I am missing 2 keycaps. What am I missing? The U and... Here's the 3. I'm missing the... Oh, just the U. I'm missing you, guys.
Dude, I'm missing you too. Oh, wait, you just went there? I was with you.
Oh, it's on the floor.
I was with
God bless. Told you I dropped the keycap set before, so...
Okay. Boom. Control. Perfect. Perfect. Let me check and see if I've got. I don't think this comes with stepped control. No, it doesn't. Let's do that. That's a rarity, I would say. Step control in a base kit or step control even in extension kits, like not always the thing.
Oh, this looks good with GMK Honor.
Dude, it does.
How does yours look? Let me see.
Dude,
I like tab accident.
Freaking.
Oh, that actually looks pretty good with the purple set. I was a little bit like worried that the purple might be a little bit too much for like the gunmetal, but that's pretty good.
Yeah. Doubting. All right.
Looks very
all right.
I was a little doubt. I'm not gonna lie. Like I doubt with like the bright colors and dark cases.
Sure. I think so. For me, I think the end game for this is still going to be Oblivion. I think that's the plan. But for now, we're going to do Purple Knight in the meantime.
Guys, I can assure you that the bottom the arrow down is literally in line with everything else. I think it's just this little piece in the plate that is making it look different. There's a gap beneath it. Oh my god!
You with my fingerprints on there. Terrible.
Why cricket? Oh my gosh! Let me go watch a Geo stream. Yeah, that's my big problem with PVD. I touch it one time and I just feel the compulsory need to like clean it 24/7.
Oh, wipe it down. You know what though? I couldn't. I flip flopped so many times on what the play was with the color combo. I almost went red. So many times.
The color. Oh, for the keycaps?
Or like for the weight case combo, like how to mix and match it together. And then I ended up going gunmetal. Yeah. Do
you remember if the Kaze has a clear coated brass weight, or is it?
I think no. I think it was just I think it was just that. I think it was just the way you got it.
So it's not clear coated, right?
I don't think so.
Ooh, that means it's gonna patina nice. All right. I'm down to start typing on this if you are.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll
let you go first. No, I'm letting you go first.
Okay.
Yeah. The better builder goes first.
Okay. Please.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn up your stream here because I probably won't be able to pick it up on your mic. So tell me when you're ready to go.
Yeah. 1 sec. Let me bring up. I'm gonna bring up Chrome here, like so. Let me get the music paused.
Fly. I'm using X-ring. I don't really like the top mount in the Kaze with the aluminum plate.
Okay. I'm ready to go. So here we have NRD Kaze. This is built with cherry Nixies, which are lubed and filmed. And we have TX AP stabs on an FR4 half plate and GMK Purple Knight on top. Let's give a listen. Oh, let me do a 60-second here. Hang on.
Ooh, the Nixies sound good.
Dude. That was pretty nice, dude.
Damn, that does sound pretty good.
Dude, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay,
the half plate, I wonder if mine's going to be a little bit sharper than that because I am not using a half plate. I am using the full plate, guys, the aluminum full plate. So that was the half plate. All right, so I'm using those Diamond Avalon switches with the full aluminum. They're just lubed. I did not film them because I could not get them to film. They don't need them. And then let's plug it in. That is it. And this is X-ring, not top, because I think the top with alu would be a little bit too loud. I'll give you guys a little HJ test. Ooh. Little DN test. That up arrow. Damn. Sounds normal. Honestly, this sounds really good. I mean, it sounds like in line with a lot of other builds. I would say like my Envoy definitely has a bit more, I don't know, bass to it. But this has like a certain... Hit the F13?
Let's see.
What do you guys think of the F13 key?
Oh man, that F13 is wild, dude. It's wild. Yeah,
That is kind of loud though. It sounds inconsistent.
Dude, the first 4 taps were okay, but the last 4 were like really where it was at.
I really like this. These switches are pretty nice too. They feel like very full.
So it's funny because I've got Nixies in both the Kaze and the Unicorn.
That was hot.
And the Kaze is so much deeper. Like, are you getting some, like, I guess you haven't used the diamond switches before, but it's a deep sounding board, I would say.
It definitely is. I think yours is probably going to be a bit deeper than mine because you have the half plate.
Okay.
But like even on the number row, I can tell like it's a very deep sounding board. This is nice, man. It's a nice. I love thin bezels, so this already like this gets me going there. But yeah, this is a nice board.
You know, another thing that
happy
really,
with this.
Dude, same. One of the other things that really kind of gets me, I really like when there is not massive gradients in sound between the different alpha rows.
Oh, yeah. Like this is, I don't know. I feel like there is a gradient, but it's not super harsh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
It sounds like, very full across the entire board, which is nice.
Yes, exactly. H-Rod, thank you so much for the follow.
I think I'm gonna have to pick up these switches again, though. I can't tell if it's like the Kaze, which I know the Kaze does sound good, and the switches, or if it's like maybe the switches that are really good. Because no, Geo sounds really good too. So it's probably the board and the switches being a good combo. I'm pretty nice.
I'm super stoked about it. This is I'd waited to build this board for quite a while, so like I was a little bit like, okay, I really hope I like it once we finally get to it, but
no, this turned out really good. I am very pleased. I am going to be emailing Ryan about my F13 key because it's not returning, and it wasn't me who did it.
Wait, what?
I didn't do it. My F13 key is not returning.
But did you test it before you built?
Yeah, I think I did.
It says yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
I think it's user error. I don't know, man.
Very good.
I don't know about that one.
Nick, thank you so much for the follow as well. Appreciate you.
Skill issue, to be honest. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna hit you with the Teja. Okay.
Some
moj.
Okay. Well, what do you say, my guy?
I like the keyboard. Actually, wait. Did you guys like the squad stream stuff? I don't know. Me and you both have these boards. We're just like, we really want to build it, and I feel like we had to use this as the excuse to build it. But I don't know if you guys liked it. We could do more. Okay, I'm gonna be honest though. Me and Gio's energy is very different than me and Tim's energy because me and Gio can actually have like a real conversation, while me and Tim, it just devolves into stupid
Mitch,
shit.
I appreciate you too. Like I mean, Alex, you and I, well, I mean, depending on your schedule, we have some similar stuff coming up, but I guess it depends on what you feel. But
Yeah, for sure.
we've got timelines. We could try. We could do something again.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. It was really fun. I really like this board though. I'm gonna probably use the Kaze. I'm just gonna be on my desk for a little while.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited actually to have it. I gotta tell you, man, I've been using so many 60s lately on my desk. Like I've been bouncing between
Yeah.
the corn and the heavy grail. It'll be kind of cool to go back to a TKL for a while.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I think, like I said, it's pretty much 65s on my desk, which is, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but
Yeah, that sounds so good, man. The Envoy still slaps, dude. It's still just such a good board.
the Envoy had, okay, I hate to say it because I know people are going to fucking quote this and be weird about it.
Okay, here we
The
go.
Envoy has this like wet kind of sound, you know, it's like a,
Oh yeah, done. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You
No,
guys
it
know what I
does.
mean?
It really. Yeah. No. I do.
It's like a little wet, you know? Well, this one here is like a little bit, it's more metally. It's like, it's a solid sound. It's a little bit more moist. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Envoy is wet, Alex. Honest. Envoy punches above its weight class for sure. I really do believe that. It's still a great sounding board. So
Dude, I love Honor Dark on the Kaze. I got
yeah, actually, that was a last minute choice. I wanted something else because I can't find my Monaco material. I don't know where the fuck I put it. It's on a board somewhere, but
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I didn't
know
ship it to someone by accident.
It's basic. I know, like I put a lot of times I really like gray on gray boards. I don't know why, or like sort of like monochrome caps on a gray board. I feel like that's super classy. When I have an Oblivion set, I have an Oblivion set that I'm waiting for this particular keyboard. I'm stoked to put it on. I know that Honor Dark has like a blue sort of
Blue
tone to
hue,
it, but
yeah.
still.
I mean, it's kind of cool though. You use like a very vibrant purple, which is I still think looks actually really good on that.
Yeah, I mean, and it
kind of
looks like I
surprised.
said, it's looking a little too saturated on stream, but in real life, it's actually nicer. But
I know what the set. I have the set too, so like I know it's not that purplish, but very nice. I like it. Yeah, these are both of me and Gio's personal builds. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like if Gio didn't request it, like if Gio didn't talk and be like, yo, like let's figure out something together, this probably have been sitting on my shelf for a while. I just haven't had time. So it's just kind of
Literally
cool to
forced
do
you.
this. He's like, let's do the causes because I need to build mine. I'm like, I should build mine too. And then when he's like, Gio like set the date and everything. He's like, we got this. I'm like, okay, we got this.
That's true. Do you ask for a Cloudline build, dude? If you guys want me and Alex to do a Cloudline, I actually have access to a Cloudline. We could do one too. So
Yeah, we do
That's
the
doable.
Cloudline, and then the only other boards I have are Cloudline, a Zenith. I have a Foundation, which I don't know if many people have a Foundation. That was not really like a popular board. And then I also have the KLECLE or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have that one there
Okay.
too. Or yeah, whatever that board is. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much the stream today. If you guys haven't, go follow Mr. Gio Ren, please and thank you.
Appreciate it. We've got Alex. What's the rest of your week look like? I know everyone watching my stream is watching your stream, but what's the rest of your week look like? Hit us with the schedule.
What else do I have to do this week? I'm doing the Neo 65 on Friday.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, me and Tim are actually both doing this. I don't know when Tim is doing it, but it's a board from Ordinary Labs that has like magnetic stuff inside of it, which is pretty neat.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's really it. What about you? What's the rest of your week look like?
I've got Friday. Friday I've got an F1 V2, so that's another F1 V2. I'm stoked for that one. And then Sunday, I think it's a F2. I think it's just like Geon works the rest of the week. So
Oh, cool. You got some
Yeah.
fun boards then. Damn.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I'll
God
I'll
damn.
take it. Dude, Winnipeg. I gotta tell you, man, Canada's like sleeper, like actually full of whales. I don't even know.
Dude, the Detroit. You saw the. I mean, you were there at the Toronto meetup. There was a lot of like pretty expensive boards, which is crazy.
Dude, we had a local meet. I couldn't go, but we had a local meet. Like I want to say 2 weeks ago. It was crazy. You'd have sworn it was like Texas or LA or something. Like the quality of boards at this meetup was crazy. And like there was only like, I mean, it's Winnipeg. We're talking like there's maybe like 25, 30 people. It was
Still pretty good.
It
for
was
a turnout.
wild. Yeah, it was wild. So.
I think the Quebec meetup or the Montreal meetup's this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think it's like this weekend or something. Yeah,
I think so. I don't remember the exact day, but I hope they have fun.
Yeah.
Should we raid Geo?
What the hell? Where am I gonna go? We gotta find. We could both go somewhere. I don't know who's live right now though.
We have Marcia. We have Tyler Keyboard Live. We have Kiwi. Want to raid Kiwi?
Oh my gosh, we could.
He's gonna say some dumb shit like, "Why did you guys raid me? I only stream once a week or like once a month."
That's like almost.
He's gonna say that
like
type
a
of shit
quote.
though.
Yeah,
he
that's
does
a
it
quote.
every
That's a
time I
quote.
raid him. He gets mad.
Edward, thank you so much for
I'm down to raid Kiwi.
first time chat and the follow. I appreciate you. Well, I'm Alex. I'm game for whatever, man. You pick. We'll bring both. We'll bring both sets over there.
All right, let's raid Mr. Kiwi King.
All right.
God,
let's see.
Like
There we
I was
go.
looping switches for like the last 3 days, and it's been fucking killing my neck. God damn.
Dude, yeah, no. Well, you even streamed lubing the other day. It's like afternoon loop stream and then evening build stream. That's a lot of.
switches after that.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. Appreciate you, Gio, for doing this with me. This was really fun, dude.
Back at you, man. Loved it.
Kaze was sick. Your Kaze was even sicker.
This guy. Listen to him.
But I'm down to raid Kiwi in like 5 seconds if you are.
Okay, me too. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you. Thanks for everyone who followed. And yeah, we'll talk to you at the end of the week.
Bye, everybody. Gonna raid now. Bye.